Today is 819 day that I'm here to lessons to learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to speak about focus and why it's so hard sometimes to be focused. Being focused is essential because there's a huge separation between successful people and unsuccessful people. Because successful people understand the power of being focused. Focused on the thing that is important, on major things. Because unsuccessful people focus on minor things, or they don't focus whatsoever. So being able to focus on major things allows us to really achieve great things in life. So today we'll share 11 things that really stops us from being focused. And when we look into all those 11 things, if you are finding yourself that you're not as focused as you would love to be, because I sometimes not focus as well. And when we look into those 11 things, I'm not focused because of this reason. So what am I able to do to get focused? Because there's multiple things that stops us to be focused. It's not one, not two, not three. It's 11 things that I will share to really make sure that we understand what are those things that is stopping us, obstacles that really stops us from being fully focused. Because when you're fully focused, you achieve much more in a shortest period of time. So number one is distractions. At the moment, we live in a life that there's so many distractions. Everything. Phone could be all the notifications coming in. So first thing, we need to delete all notifications. We not need to look at those all notifications, emails, apps, everything in between, like Instagram, all the social media. Like there's so many notifications, and we need to really delete them. All the distractions. What are the distractions? You're able to really sit down, look at your day, how it went, and when you got distracted, what was the reason that you got distracted from the work that you need to do? What was those distractions? Because a lot of times, I truly believe that one of the first things we could do to learn to be focused is to track our days every single day for a week, maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, as long as it takes to understand where your time goes and when you get distracted. And when you really focus and then you not focus anymore. And what really stopped you from being focused? And what didn't allow you to be focused? A lot of times you will find that the distractions is one of the main reasons. And where those distractions are coming from. And we need to learn to build systems in place that we do not get distracted. Because distractions is saying that if you get distracted, you need 15 minutes to get back in a flow. So if you get distracted in an hour 4 times, you basically lost all the productivity and focus. Number 2 is multitasking. Sometimes people say like, oh, I'm a great multitasker. But I think that it's almost impossible to be a great multitasker because one thing is that no one is great at multitasking. Our brains is able to focus on one thing at a time and only one thing at a time. So when you're great at multitasking, that means that maybe you were never productive whatsoever. And you believe that you are very productive, even though that is not true. You're just jumping back and forth. But imagine how productive you could be if you could be focused without multitasking. Imagine how much you can do. Of course, I know some careers requires to multitask, but at the same time, we're able to really pursue as much focus time as possible. Even though that we need to multitask. Number 3 is stress and anxiety. So it means that when you're not able to focus, we need to ask why we are not able to focus. And it could be that we have stress and anxiety, and why we have that as stress and anxiety. What are the reasons? So of course we're able to improve our mindfulness, being able to be present. What are the things that really stresses you out? Because a lot of people live in the past, live in the future. Because if you live in the future, thinking constantly about the future, you have anxiety. And if you look in the past, you always regrets and all the shame and all the other feelings could come up, and then because of that, you're not able to focus what is in front of you. What is in front of you? You need to be present to be able to really focus what is in front of you. So being able to shut down everything around you and really be engaged in what is exactly in front of you is one of the very important things to really be focused. Number 4 is a lack of interest or motivation. Lack of interest or motivation. That means that when you do something, it means what are the reasons that you need to do that? What are the reasons? What are our motivations? Because a lot of times people do something because that's they think that they need to do. But if you do not find the motivation, sooner or later, it might be that you will not be able to be focused on that thing. It requires so much time to really start doing it. And I think that a lot of times we need to really sit down, reflect on ourselves, and say, like, do I really want to do that? And what if I'm not? Be honest and say, okay, what I'm able to do, that I could really transfer myself to something else, that I could pursue different things, that I could be able to really learn how to be focused on things that matters. Number 5 is fatigue and lack of sleep. Fatigue and lack of sleep. That means that when you are not focused, again, this is one of the things could be that you just didn't have the sleep at night. You feel fatigue. So it means maybe you don't have a stress. Maybe you have huge motivation to do it, but you just didn't have the sleep. You slept only a couple hours. And that means that this will be solved tomorrow. Sometimes it's better to sleep and take a nap for 1 hour that you can work for 3 hours straight. That means that when you have like 4 hours to work, sometimes it's better to take 1 hour nap, get energized, get energy, and those 3 hours will be much more productive because you'll be able to focus. So that means when you are not able to focus, you need to ask why I'm not able to focus. It might be that when you are stressed, it's better to do meditation for 20, 30 minutes and you will be much more productive. Because when you focus, you are able to be much more productive. So we need to invest in ourselves when we know exactly why we are not able to focus. Number 6 is overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. And what overwhelmed means? A lot of times means that you just have too many things on the plate. So it means you're looking in your plate, all the things that you need to do, and you see like which one to start, from which one to start, what are the major things, what are the minor things. And sometimes we not need to add in our plate things. We need to take out things, we throw out all the things that is not necessary to do today or in this hour. And we need to stop thinking about it. Because a lot of times we want to work and we work on something major, but because we have those things on the plate, we're still thinking in the back of our mind that, oh, this I need to do, this I need to do, and that reduces our focus. So we need to subtract and throw it away and write down when we'll be able to do that. Maybe in a month, when we need to do that as well. Maybe in a week, maybe tomorrow. But if we focus on something that's a major today, like let's focus fully 100% and forget about everything else. So being overwhelmed means that sometimes we just need to have clarity and being able to reflect what's necessary today and what we'll be able to do today and what will bring the most results today and what will move needle forward. That's what's where we focus on. Number 7 is procrastination. Procrastination. That means that we delay our action, we delay our moving forward. So it means we're not focused because we procrastinate to start taking action. Of course, if we procrastinate, we're not taking action, we're not able to be focused. And that means that when we start working, we let's say that we need to do something on laptop, we open a laptop and rather than keep working and start working, start distracting yourself and procrastinating. So that means if you see this solid and you see that, okay, I'm procrastinating. I think that one of the things that really helps is awareness. I'm procrastinating. So when you say that I'm procrastinating, so that means I'm able to do something about it. I'm able to take action immediately. You need to catch yourself procrastinating. I have seen that. I have done that a lot of times. I saw that, oh, I'm procrastinating. Okay, if I'm procrastinating, now that means that I don't want to do that anymore. I procrastinated for the last 5 minutes. Okay, that's good. Let's change that. Let's improve that. Let's work on that. Number 8 is lack of clear goals. Lack of clear goals. That means maybe you're not focused because you just do not have the clarity what you are trying to achieve today, what you're trying to achieve in a month, what you're trying to achieve in a lifetime. But maybe you just don't know. I think that, again, I will keep repeating that if you have 4 hours, sometimes it's better to sit for 1 hour and really write down the clarity, get the clarity. What exactly you're trying to achieve with those 4 hours? What exactly do you want to get out of those 3 hours leftovers that could lead to some significant improvements? So when you know that, you will be much more focused and will get much more better results. Number 9 is health issues. health issues. Of course, one of the things is that you're not able to be focused if you are not okay. It might be that you're lacking D vitamin, maybe B vitamin, because D and B vitamins are one of those vitamins that really gives you energy. Because if you're lacking energy, you're not able to be focused. Maybe you're lacking A vitamin, whatever it is. We need to understand that our nutrients, are the way how we eat and what we eat, how we exercise, will improve or decline our energy levels, and that our energy levels will really show how we able to focus. Because if your energy level is very, very low, it might be that you will be able to focus for half an hour, but you will not sustain yourself for 4 hours. But when you have a lot of energy, you're able to extend that focus time for much, much, much longer time. So health is very, very important when you're asking why I'm not focused. Number 10 is technology overuse. Technology overuse. This is very, very important. You might be that you're not focused because you use the same technology for a long, long, long time. Let's say that you need to write something on your laptop and do trainings on your laptop. And what people sometimes do is they take a break, but what do they do during the break? They still watch YouTube. They watch or do something on their laptop. So that means if you work on a laptop for 4 hours, you must do something totally different. Maybe exercise in a gym, maybe going for a walk, maybe cooking. I don't know, with anything that could lead you to movement. Because if you were sitting for 4 hours straight on your laptop and you take break on the laptop as well, and you again move back into working on a laptop, that means it's technology overuse. You're not able to sustain that. So we always need to learn how to transition from one activity to like technology use to maybe exercise, going to a gym. You're just going to your room and really exercise for 15 minutes and really forget about technology whatsoever. And that is one reason why people sometimes are not able to focus anymore. And the last 11 is that boredom. So that means that maybe you do that the same thing over and over and over again. It's very repetitive tasks, and you're not able to focus on that. So one thing that really people help is that you create the game. Create a game with that's repetitive tasks. What kind of game you're able to create about it? How fast you're able to do it? How long you're able to do it? How many you're able to do it? And really gamify that. That means one day you did that many and now you want to improve it, make it better. Whatever it is, like I truly believe that sometimes when boredom comes because it's just, you don't see any value of it. But when you gamify everything, it's much easier and the time goes much, much faster as well. And you're able to be much more focused and much more productive. Now, of course, if it stays at the same tasks and over again, maybe able to really do something different as well. That it's really change something that you could not be that monotonous. That you're able to create something that is really changes. Now, boredom is one interesting that sometimes it could be that you need to do that anyways. So that's why it's very important to gamify. So when I think about really being focused, at the beginning I mentioned that being focused is one of the essential things to really succeed in life. And when we look into really why you're not focused, I think that we have like 11 things that we're able to look at. Because one day that you're not focused because it's distracted. And of course, it could be like long-term distractions that you pursue multiple businesses at the same time. It could be daily distractions. That could be notifications that is on the phone and email. And it could be multitasking. It could be health issues. So it means that when you look into your day and you really understand why you were distracted that day, and you're building systems and processes in place that it could be reduced. So that means that when I didn't sleep very well, I take a nap to build my energy. When I get notifications, I delete all notifications. When I feel that I don't have energy, I am going to exercise. When I feel bored, I create a game about it. Like there's every single thing could create process and system in place. That means when you are distracted, when you're not focused because of one reason, you're able to have a system, some process in place to get out of it. Because the sooner you get out of it, the sooner you get focused, the sooner you get focused, the sooner you get productive, and the sooner you get productive, the sooner you get results. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.